My pregnant sister-in-law tried to take away my nursery after I lost my baby, so I told my husband to pick between me and her. See, I know the title sounds wrong, but please hear me out. I'm currently typing this all up while my husband's entire family is sitting downstairs. So, I, 29F, have been married to my husband for 8 years. About 2 months ago, I had my third miscarriage at 31 weeks. I won't be talking about it because it makes me feel so depressed, but you'll need to remember this. About 4 months ago, my sister-in-law, 20F, came crying at our doorstep, telling us she's pregnant and her boyfriend didn't want anything to do with the pregnancy, and she had nowhere to go. My husband and I openly took her in, welcoming her into our home with open arms. For the first few weeks, it was really hard for her, understandably. I sat with her for hours, holding her when she cried, binging our favorite TV shows, eating so much ice cream we quite literally fell into a coma. It was really bonding for us, so I thought. Here's where it starts going downhill. I take pride in my neat, clean home. My sister-in-law, on the other hand, did not. She would leave her clothes all around the house, leave her dirty dishes wherever, and even went as far as leaving her adult toys on our living room table. I tried to talk to her directly before I talked to my husband, and she immediately started crying and told me she should try to be cleaner. I hugged her, told her it was okay, but this is a clear boundary for me. She told me it wouldn't happen again, but it only got worse. She told me I was expected to do her laundry, dishes, and clean her room daily because she's the pregnant one. Well, I do understand how hard it is being pregnant, I just couldn't allow myself to feel like a maid in my own home. Disclaimer, I bought this house, not my husband. It was all me. Not to mention my recent loss of my child. So, I told my husband, but what he told me shocked me. His exact words were, "Honey, she's going through a lot right now, we really should be helping her out. Plus, it might make you feel better to take care of someone who's pregnant." I was pissed, to say the least. Make me feel better? She's going through a lot? We need to help her? Letting her stay with us wasn't enough? While I don't want to invalidate her pain, my husband and I were also going through our own problems. Anyway, we moved on, and I did my best to manage work and household chores. My husband works from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., so he isn't around to help much. I work full-time from home, so it's been super stressful. When I try to ask for help from my sister-in-law, she always makes an excuse, even if she's just watching TV. The one thing that pushed me over the edge was when I went out to buy the one food that I have actually enjoyed eating after my miscarriage. I wrote my name on it and directly asked my sister-in-law not to eat it. Well, I went to the fridge to get it, and you'll never guess, she freaking ate it. Now, you may think, it's just food, no biggie. I buy all the groceries, basically pay all the bills. I don't mind people having some of my food, but the one thing I ask not to be touched gets touched. I told my husband, and of course, he rubbed it in my face that she's pregnant, I need to be less selfish, and life is about sacrifices. I was so upset, I told him I felt like him and her were the horrible roommates people talk about on Reddit. He didn't take that well, lol. Which leads us to my title. My sister-in-law planned a random baby shower party thing at my house. Personally, I didn't know if I could even be home when this was happening. I felt so hurt that she wouldn't talk to me, knowing everything that has happened, and that she would just invite random strangers into another person's home before asking. My husband urged me to go, telling him it would permanently affect mine and her relationship. So, I told him I'd go. About halfway through the party, my husband and sister-in-law announced that they wanted to show the nursery to everyone. I was confused. Nursery? She was staying that long? What room did she turn into a nursery? They told everyone to head upstairs, and that's when it hit me. They were talking about my nursery, for my baby I had just lost. A wave of emotions hit me when I saw everyone in my baby's nursery, telling her what a good job they did setting it up. My setup. For my baby that my body failed to give me. I just lost it. I started sobbing, then that sadness turned into pure rage. I started yelling at my sister-in-law, telling her she's the foulest human for putting me through everything she has for the last few months, making me feel like I was a maid or an object for her convenience. Through choked up tears, I turned to my husband, whose jaw was on the floor. I turned my head to see his entire family just staring at me. I lost it again, yelling. I looked at my sister-in-law, telling her how dare she use my nursery for my baby, how dare she think she has the right. What she told me made me fall to my knees sobbing. It's not my fault you couldn't produce a child, why let this go to waste? You're so selfish. My husband tried to pick me up off the floor, but I yelled again, standing to my knees, which were now shaking. I told him, pick. A dumbfounded look on his face, I yelled again, pick, me or her. He couldn't even muster up anything to say. I just looked at him, pure betrayal. I pushed past the crowd of family and ran to my bedroom and locked the door. Even if no one sees this, at least it's helped me let these emotions out. Update 1. I'm not quite sure if this is the proper way to do an update, but hopefully, everyone can see it. First, I just want to address a few comments. I know I had a stillborn. The only reason I say miscarriage is because that is what my obstetrician told me was happening. Second, some people have been saying this story is fake because of the way I described the argument. Falling to my knees, pure betrayal, etc. I can assure you it is not. I cannot make anyone believe me, but this is my life, so you can either think it's fake or not. After posting my story on Reddit, I sat on my bed, wiping my tears and telling myself I will not take this disrespect. I walked downstairs, shutting my nursery door on the way. I was greeted with everyone comforting my sister-in-law. I kindly asked everyone, besides my sister-in-law and husband, to respectfully get the heck out of my house. After all the dirty looks and shaming, it was just my husband, sister-in-law, and myself. They sat themselves on the couch, not saying anything. I sat with them. The silence felt like forever, none of us had anything to say. I knew I'd have to start the conversation. I looked at my husband and said, "Did you decide?" He looked at me, just staring. I asked again in a firm tone this time. He ended up mumbling some sort of insult, and I couldn't really make out what he said. Something bad. I stood up and told them both to get out, but then they wanted to talk, telling me this is all a misunderstanding, that they're sorry, blah blah blah. I grabbed a backpack from my shoe closet and told them to pack their things. My sister-in-law told me I couldn't just make her leave, and I was a horrible person. I laughed in her face and told her this is my house, and I can do whatever I want. My husband stood next to me and told her it was only for a little while. I turned to him and said, "Oh, you too, get out." He got all mad and told me we were a married couple, and that this isn't how marriage works. I told him, "No, it is not. Marriage is where two people support each other, not treat their wife like crap." They both ended up leaving after many insults towards me. Oh, but wait, it's not over. This morning, as I was getting ready for a Zoom meeting with a few other coworkers, my husband showed up. I let him in, telling him to get whatever he needed and to go because I had to work. He started apologizing and telling me he wants to make it right. I told him I just need time away from him. Then he threw in my face, "Well, it's not my fault you lost our children. Maybe this would have never happened." My sister was right, you are selfish. I have never, ever made my husband feel like he cannot grieve with me over this, never made him feel less than because of his pain. I turned around and slapped him in the face. I never condone violence, and I'm very upset I would ever do that to another human, but I just couldn't deal with this. He took a step back and then threw all of my makeup on the floor, which I sort of understand because I hit him, but then he started breaking all of my decor in my bathroom. I yelled at him to stop and that I was sorry, but he just kept going, even going as far as punching a hole in my bathroom wall. It was like I was seeing all of his bottled up emotions from our children's passing come out. But he went too far when he tried to grab me, yelling in my face. I shrugged him off and told him to get out. He walked out of the bathroom, and I watched him break a few more items as he left. The second he left, I had a panic attack, looking at the mess he made, even just seeing how much he hid his pain. I called my mother and told her everything that has been happening. She told me she was on her way. The second she got here, I just broke down, and she held me. Then she stood up and started taking pictures of everything he broke. I asked her what she was doing, and she turned to me and said, "We're suing this piece of garbage." I honestly didn't even argue. I was so hurt by everything my husband did to me. My mom packed up my computer, and I grabbed a few outfits. My mom and I drove to a hotel, and she insisted on staying with me. While I finished up work, my mom called a locksmith and my attorney. I will be divorcing him as well. So, there it is, here's the update everyone has been waiting for. I feel guilty for just giving up on my husband and 8 years of our marriage, but it's time for a divorce. I can't live like this, and neither can my husband. I wish I could say we moved on, forgave each other, and I got to see my sister-in-law have her baby. But that's not reality. If anything else happens, I will let you all know. Thank you, guys, for the support and help with this situation.